إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له نشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله وقال الله عز وجل في القرآن العظيم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما أما بعد الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين. The blessing of Allah Azza wa Jal for bringing us here for Jumu'ah prayer. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam. In our day-to-day life, we come across situations, a scenario where we have to take a decision, or we have to take a path, or we have to walk on a way. And the path of uprightness, a path of falsehood, a path of truth, or the path of batil. Mean the path of haqq or path of batil. And the path which leads to Sirat al-Mustaqim, and the path which takes you to the destruction. So we come across this kind of situation, and a path which will be a bit difficult, and we may have to face the thorny field on the way, but the path which is easy, but it is going to take us to devastation. And the path which is going to take us to the Jannah, and the path which is taking us to the difficult place. So we come across, and how we need to reflect on it. We take lesson from one of hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's a long hadith, the snapshot summary, the meaning, you can say the summarized meaning of that hadith is, and it is from Abdullah, the son of Ka'ab bin Malik radiyallahu anhu. And he was a son who was taking care of his father when the father became blind. This is the boy, he is narrating because he used to be with his father all the time. And he said, my father, Ka'ab bin Malik, he, mentioned to me that, during the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when there was any expedition, any expedition his son used to go, he would not disclose it. One of the quality of a strategic leader or general, he would not disclose a location, a position where we're heading at until the last moment. And he said, I participated with him except Badr, but the Badr was a situation because the Badr, Allah Azza wa Jal caused Muslims to confront the enemy unexpectedly. He didn't want them to get ready and face them. He wanted to face them without preparation because they were going to be outnumbered them. He said, I did not participate, but I was with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam on the night of Aqaba. For me, that night is more blessed than the Badr. But the Badr is more famous than the Aqaba. When we take allegiance. And he said, Rasulullah in this expedition, he sallallahu alaihi wasallam narrated in advance. He said, we are going to Tabuk area because Hurun Shadid, it's a extremely hot area, and the enemy is a very you can say stringent enemy. Rome is on the other side, and the distance is long distance, and the fields, the train is not, we are not familiar with that train, the area we are going to go. He sallallahu alaihi wasallam disclosed all the detail, and everybody start getting ready along with. He said, I was young, I had energy, and that was the time I was at most ease than any other point of time. I had 2 camels, and I never had those kind of camels. I have a lot of money, business. My business was growing because of vegetation. because he was, he has a garden, and there was ripen, and I used to walk in the shades of this ripened fruit. And at that time, this expedition came, and I kept on doing procrastination, mean keep on listening, laying back. Okay, I'm going to join. I'm ready. I'm going to join Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the time kept on passing and passing. And at that time, they don't used to keep the log or register where the names are mentioned until and unless Allah revealed about some person that he is missing. So he sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said the day came, and he sallallahu alaihi wasallam almost to March, and in the morning I will come in the masjid and I will say, today I'm going to get ready and I'm going to go with them. But I kept on procrastination continuously, and the time came, they left Medina. And when, subhanallah, lo and behold, when I was in Medina, when I was walking Medina, there's only few people. Number one, the munafiqeen who were confirmed munafiq. Those were the only one left in Medina. And the people who were exempted to go in the path of Allah. Maybe patient and all. Those were only left. And I was the only one in that, and I was so grieved. I was sad that, subhanallah, I ended up in this situation. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam did not ask about me until he sallallahu alaihi wasallam reached in Tabuk, and he asked, Ma fa'ala Ka'ab bin Malik. What happened to him, Ka'ab bin Malik? And one of the person from Banu Salama, he stood up, he said, Ya Rasulullah, his cloak, and because he became rich, and that stopped him to come with us. And then Muaz bin Jabal radiyallahu anh, he stood up. He said, Bi'sa ma fa'alt. Whatever you said, it's not good what you said about him. And he said, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Wallahi, I swear by Allah, ma alimna, we do not know anything. Illa khayrahu. We do not know anything about this man other than khayr. We know khayr about Ka'ab bin Malik. This is a lesson for us. Sometimes a person is ill speaking about another person. We know he's a good person. He's a righteous person. We need to, stop him in a nice way. That, we should defend the, izzah and honor of that brother, at that time. And subhanAllah, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam did not respond. He kept silent. And he sallallahu alaihi wasallam kept silent. And the time kept on passing. And he was saying in Medina, Ka'ab bin Malik, that I am making up story. Oh, they are coming back, I'm going to say this, I'm going to say this, and then I'm negating it, nullifying it, removing it, that I'm not going to say this. And subhanallah, I heard that he sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the companion, they're coming back from the expedition. And as they came back, one of the way of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he will come back, Salla rak'atayn fil masjid, he will pray 2 rak'ah in the masjid. And then he sallallahu alaihi wasallam will address the nas, and he will talk to the people. And after that, he sallallahu alaihi wasallam would go to the people, go home. And he said 80 plus people, they came and they did a couple of things. They will give ma'azra, ya ta'zirun, they will give, Ya Rasulullah, this is what happened and this is the excuse. We could not join you in the expedition. He sallallahu alaihi wasallam would accept their excuse. He will take bay'ah, again, allegiance upon the hand of Rasul. They will take allegiance, and he sallallahu alaihi wasallam will ask Allah, oh Allah, forgive them. And then he sallallahu alaihi wasallam will ask, oh Allah, the matter is, if he's doing the truth, asrarahum, it's with you and Allah. And he will let them go. And Ka'ab bin Malik said, my turn came, I came in front of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he sallallahu alaihi wasallam asked me, I was sitting here, he said, Ta'al, come here, come close. And then I come in front of him sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and then he asked him, what happened to you? What stopped you not to come to this expedition? He said, Ka'ab bin Malik said, I am a man, I can convince anyone. I have this capability. But Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if I'm going to speak lie to you, Allah is going to reveal it to you. And you will hate me or you will get angry with me. I'm going to speak the truth with you. The reality is, I am young and I have all the resources. I was at ease. I do have everything to go with you, but I didn't go. And he sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned the more or less that this man has spoken the truth. But his matter is with Allah. Allah is going to make decision about him. And as I left, the people from Banu Salman, they rushed behind me. He said, why didn't you make excuses? You should have lied, fabricate something. 80 plus people, they are already, did fabrication and they got away. Why don't you do that? He said, I was almost there to take a step back and go back and nullify my initial declaration what I made to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then I asked them one question: am I the only one? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam behaved like he sallallahu alaihi wasallam, did with me the way I'm the only one. He said, no, there's two other people. And he said, Murara bin Rabi al-Umari, he's the one. And then Halal bin Umayyah al-Waqafi, that is the second one. He did the same what he did to you. And he said, I know those people. Those are the Badri Sahaba. They participated in Badr. And they are the Salihin. They are the pious people. And I'm going to stand firm on my truth what I've spoken. So lesson, now he took the journey of a hardship. He said, I'm going to stand on the truth until Allah, whatever the decision is made, I'm not going to lie about anything. And subhanallah, and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam announced a social boycott of these people, 3 people. Social boycott, nobody is going to speak to them. So nobody is going to speak. He said, I will come to the people, I will say, Assalamu alaikum, nobody is going to respond to me. And we'll go to the, we'll hang around, even the Masjid, nobody will respond. I will come to the Masjid, I'll say Assalamu alaikum to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and I will watch, I will look around to see his lips, if he's moving his lips to respond, and I could not find it. And then when I'm praying, I can see Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam looking at me. As I turn my face, he sallallahu alaihi wasallam would move his face. And it was complete ignorance, complete boycott with them. And he said, Ka'b bin Malik, I will go into the market and I will try to, greet people in the market and in the masjid. Nobody was going to talk to me, even my close, my relative. So I jumped over his wall. I went to him and said, do you know that I love Allah and Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam? And I have asked 3 times. He said, Allah and Messenger knows. I don't know whether you love him or not. And he said, I started crying. And I jumped back and came back. And the earth was stringent upon it. Allah has made narrowed upon it. It was the earth, it is strange to us. We don't know, we don't know that this is the earth, which is, because we do not have any connection with the people and even the earth at that time. And subhanallah, many couple of lessons for us. The question is, can we do the social boycott? Yes, if we see somebody who is doing injustice, or sometimes institution, and sometimes, as we were coming back, we saw some people marching about this service, in the postal service, they were doing some demonstration on the road. Why? Because they were not convinced with one of the policy of the government. So we have this right to do boycott or to protest or say something if you do not like it, which is not in the in day-to-day matter. And like this, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam wanted to give lesson to Ka'b bin Malik, Murara bin Rabi, and subhanallah Halal bin Umayyah, and all of us through them we got this message, And it is also outstanding leadership qualities of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, how he handled the situation in most difficult situation. How he handled. At the moment, he wanted to give us a lesson, and on the other side, that how we need to stand on the truth even in a very, very difficult situation. In our job, day-to-day job, we get a chance, that whether I need to lie about the time I'm entering into the system. Have I worked on this job? Have I worked on this engagement? Or, with even my customer, or even sometimes our family member, even our child, do I need to take the right, path of the truth, or do I need to take a path of the falsehood? So every day we'll come across this kind of situation. And subhanallah, Ka'b bin Malik said, in the morning, I was sitting on the roof of my home, and I prayed my Fajr prayer, and somebody from the mountain, he raised his voice, says, Abshir Ka'b bin Malik, Abshir. Glad tidings to you, Ka'b bin Malik. I knew that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I intuited that Allah has forgiven me. Right away, I went on sajda. That's another lesson. When you get any good news in your life, right away do the sajda. Wherever you are, whether you are in a car, whether you are, in the parking area, or you're sitting at home, or you're in a workplace, wherever you are, if you get a good news, we need to do shukr, sajda, shukr to Allah Azza wa Jal. And then he said, the man came, I gave him prizes. Because he was the one who gave me congratulations. That is another lesson. If somebody gives you good news, we can share something with them. We can give them a token money, or you can say a reward or anything if somebody give us a good news. And I rushed to Masjid al-Nabawi, and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his face was glittering, shining. And he sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that you should become happy. Since the time your mother has given you birth, your sins are forgiven. Allah has revealed the ayat about you. And he said, Am indak, aw am indallah. That is it. Indak, am min indallah. Is it from you, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, or it is from Allah has forgiven me? He said, Allah has forgiven you. And the ayat in Surah At-Tawbah was revealed, 117 to 119. Then Allah Azza wa Jalla mentioned about these people. These are the three people. Allah has squeezed the earth upon them. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the most forgiving. The lesson at the end of the ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu ttaqullah wa kunu ma'as sadiqeen. Oh you believe, fear Allah and be with the truthful people. Be with the truthful people. Because the company impacts you. If we remain in the company of truthful people, it will have a good impact upon us. If we remain in the company of people who are always lying, we will fall into the lying. If we stay with the people who procrastinate, who always delay their job, who always delay their engagement, who always delay their assignment, who always delay in submission of their matter, you will become like them. So we as a Muslim, we do not need to procrastinate, but we need to be active, we need to be agile, we need to be vigilant, we need to act intelligently, quickly, and so that we do not get lost in this dunya and we do not get lost in the akhirah. May Allah Azza wa Jal, and whenever we get a chance, we seek forgiveness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive Ka'b bin Malik? Because of his truthfulness. He said, I promise Allah, oh Allah, I spoke the truth and you have forgiven me because of this truth. And in my whole life, I'm going to speak truth. And Ka'b bin Malik said that among all the companions, Allah Azza wa Jal, I was the one given me ability to speak truth on the occasion in my life, whatever Allah has given him life. So may Allah Azza wa Jal include us among the people who walk on the path of truthfulness, who walk on the path of righteousness, who walk on the path which is not delaying the thing, who always take actions to take the benefit or any good deed which is coming ahead of us, rather delaying that good deed. And so may Allah Azza wa Jalla include us among those people who convey the message of Allah and His Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. وَقُولُوا قَوْلِي هَذَا وَاسْتَغْفِرُ اللَّهَ لِي وَلَكُمْ وَلِسَائِرِ الْمُسْلِمِينَ إِنَّهُ هُوَ الْغَفُورُ الرَّحِيمُ. إِنَّ اللَّهَ وَمَلَائِكَتَهُ يُصَلُّونَ عَلَى النَّبِيِّ يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إنا كنا من الظالمين ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وادخلنا جنة مع الأبرار يا عزيز يا غفار يا رب العالمين ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك يا مصرف القلوب صرف قلوبنا على طاعتك ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين رب ارحمهم كما ربونا صغارا رب ارحمهم كما ربونا صغارا. Ya Ilahul Alameen, have special mercy upon our brothers and sisters in Islam, as they have been our parents, as they have been merciful with us. Ya Ilahul Alameen, forgive them, give them, if they have passed away from this dunya, Allah, give them Jannatul Firdaus al-Ala. Ya Ilahul Alameen, if they are alive, give us ability to take care of them, respect them, be humble to them, be submissive to them. Take care of them before they leave this dunya, Ya Ilahul Alameen. Oh Allah, when they are leaving this dunya, make them happy upon us, oh Allah, be happy with us, Ya Ilahul Alameen. Allahumma arham ummata Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahumma ghafir ummata Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahumma astur ummata Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahumma ajbur ummata Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Ya Ilahul Alameen, Ya Allah, our brothers and sisters in all over the place, in every part of the world, that going through difficulty, Ya Ilahul Alameen, Ya Allah, have special mercy upon brothers and sisters in Sudan, in Lebanon, in Syria, in Gaza, in Palestine, in Pakistan, Afghanistan, Ya Ilahul Alameen, many other places, Ya Ilahul Alameen, Ya Allah, have special mercy upon them, Ya Ilahul Alameen. Ya Ilahul Alameen, keep us on the straight path, Ya Allah. Keep us among the muttaqeen, Ya Allah. Keep us with the sadiqeen. Allah, include us among the shakirin, Ya Ilahul Alameen. Oh Allah, include us among the muhbitin, Ya Ilahul Alameen. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Wa salamun ala al-mursalin. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.